am compelled to review the testimony and evidence and make my determination based on my understanding of the law and administrative code. While the petitioners allege that the garage cannot be used as a residence, they did not present any evidence that this is not where Mr. Griffin stays or is the place where he lays his head. The pictures introduced as evidence by Mr. Griffin clearly show a seemingly comfortable studio apartment with full amenities to support a living space. He has provided evidence that he does receive mail at the 102 North Woodfin Court address. Mr. Griffin has produced many documents that would lead you to believe he intended this to be his residence. A residence can be established in a commercial, industrial, or other building that is not normally used for residential purposes if the building serves as the applicant's primary nighttime residence. I give great weight to the evidence presented that Bedford County intends to take action to have Mr. Griffin vacate the garage, and he will likely no longer be there after May 2023. However, zoning and occupancy regulations are an issue separate from residency for purposes of voting. I must register him where he actually sleeps at night. If and when he relocates to another address, he can and should update his voter registration to reflect that new residence. After reviewing testimony presented, when meshed with the code, Virginia Administrative Code, and State Board of Elections policies and procedures, it is my decision that Mr. Griffin has both a place of abode and has established domicile sufficient to meet the residence. Because of these requirements have been met, I cannot justify cancellation of his voter registration record. He will remain registered as an active voter at the 102 North Woodfin Court address.
And I think that this idea that we're going to disenfranchise voters, we're going to take away their right to vote just because they don't like you or they don't agree with you, we put it to bed today. We're going forward to win the convention for the Republican nomination on May 6th. I think the mudslinging has been at an all-time high. We signed up 4-to-1 delegates over them for the May 6th convention at Jefferson Forest, and I think this is their response. They can't win on the merits, they can't win on the issues, they don't have the votes, so they're going to try to sling mud. We're going to stick to the issues. We want to protect life. We want to protect our elections. We want to protect Second Amendment rights. That's what we've been about. That's what we're going to continue to talk. We're going to move forward to the general election, and we're going to bring new conservative leadership to Richmond in a way that we haven't seen. I think that this kind of voter disenfranchisement is really ugly. It has a really ugly history in our country. And for us to try to take away voting rights just because we don't like somebody is really frightening. I thought we kind of had moved past that as a nation, but unfortunately we're back there again, but I'm going to continue to fight against it.
That they would enforce the laws of the state of Virginia, which we very plainly told them here and in the paperwork that we provided. And the laws are not, a garage that somebody could not live in is not a domicile. And you can, I would like to know how many nights he spent in that garage without a bathroom. So I don't buy that. And the pictures that he showed that they bought of the living room and the kitchen and the bathroom don't match the garage at all. So where is he living? They're my questions. Laws of Virginia and how you establish a domicile and all this. It had nothing to do with personalities or whatever.
You know, I kind of expected this to be the outcome. I do know that there are a lot of presumptions and things that Ms. Gunter has to follow. So, you know, I just came to support concerned citizens. You know, concerned citizens having concerns and bringing them to the proper authorities should not instigate the kind of treatment that they received by Mr. Griffin and by his followers. You know, I'm just a common everyday citizen taking a stand for truth and integrity, and you know, I can vow and I can promise that when I am elected that I will uphold and vow to uphold the Constitution and to stand for truth and integrity, something that I feel like politics needs.